Hello! Welcome to Curse of Strahd. Yes. Announcements. Charmed Persons. This Sunday, join us for a one-shot in a Campaign 3 world.
Woo, yeah!
DM'd by, of course, Zach. And then next Thursday, I think that's the next session. Join us right back here for another session in Monster Hearts. Yay! You can see the three of us back here. DM'd by Angie, who is not here, but of course is a great DM. We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, isn't she here?
Why did you specifically point that out, Matthew?
As you can see, we have a secret participant in today's stream. Is it Kathy Bates? Who knows? We'll find out.
Is it Goldie Hawn?
This is the best a guest has ever been pulled off in Charmed Person history.
Oh, I don't have to do anything.
Sound off in the Twitch chat what your favorite Kathy Bates is.
Drop it in the chat.
You'll get a follow back.
It's American Horror Story Apocalypse?
We promise you'll get a follow back. Okay, on to more serious things. What happened last time? No, I'm just kidding. The party had made their way through the valley of Barovia, taking Irina Koyana, a local woman from the village of Barovia, with them, who was seemingly haunted by the master of this valley, Count Strahd von Zarovich. You attempted to protect her and shield her by taking her to the town of Vallaki. There in Vallaki, you met a growing political climate, lots of strife. You ended up leaving with the town basically blown up, most of the major people killed. Decided to continue westward, potentially, to a town of Kresk after getting your fortunes told, seeking out your particular destinies. Outside of the village of Barovia, you made a quick stop at a Vistani camp where you rescued a small girl named Arabelle from her captor in the water, and she gave you all fortunes, kind of expanding on your previous Madame Ava card reading. While you were staying the night in the Vistani camp, Richard was visited by Count Strahd himself, who invited you all to dinner at his castle. You took him up on this offer, went by carriage provided by presumably Strahd to his castle. You met a lot of cast of characters in his castle, had a somewhat cordial dinner with Strahd, who asked you questions about your journey here in Barovia and your intentions. You asked a few questions of him, and he offered to let you stay in his castle for the night, telling you that you had free reign and were under no threat of harm, provided that you did not go to the lower levels. You, for the most part, 100% actually, stayed by his word until Richard was taken separately by Strahd and told Richard that he was looking for a successor, and perhaps insinuated that Richard would be the perfect person to replace him as the master of this valley. While leaving you to your thoughts, you were persuaded by a vampire in the castle, a man named Escher, who seemed to really like you, Richard, and in fact liked you so much that you got legally married by Petra, the ceremony spell cast. So in my mind, that's signed, sealed, delivered. That this is a legal marriage. You, in the midst of your marriage, the rest of you traveled down a elevator shaft down into the lower levels of the castle, but decided to make your way up to some of the upper levels before getting herded back to your rooms by the Chamberlain, Rahadin, a dusk elf with horrifying screams echoing in your head as you get close to him. Richard, meanwhile, had a confrontation with Strahd and Escher. and Escher, now married and seemingly in love with Richard, stood up to Richard in his denial of Strahd's acquisition. And you all fled the castle in the middle of the night before staying the night. You jumped out the windows, carried by flocks of ravens who had seemed to have come here and to help you. And we start this session right after Gabriel has summoned your steed, a skeletal warhorse, and you're riding like hell down the cobble forest-strewn paths down the mountainside from Castle Ravenloft. It is, at this moment, it is probably 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. How you have one horse, so are you all on the back of this one horse, or what is your travel situation like? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
well, how far are we?
Like
how long are we?
away.
I'm gonna say that you know that the journey from the Vistani camp to Strahd, at least inside of the carriage, took a few hours. So we're gonna pick up a couple hours after you have left the castle. You don't think you're being followed, although your journey from the castle was beset by anguish and some arrows, but you are alone now in this path. So I think your levitation spell.
I can only levitate for 10 minutes, so yeah, that's been gone for a while.
So I think you're probably walking down the path at this point. You have, of course, your friend Piddlewick walking with you, and your familiar Linguini flying overhead.
Yep.
As you travel down the road in the wee hours of the morning.
DM, yes? I gotta tell on myself a little bit here. Mm-hmm. There is something that I didn't notice about Fine Steed in the last session, and that's that there's a casting time of 10 minutes on that. I know I cast it pretty quickly.
Okay, that's okay.
So, I don't know how you want to handle that. I don't know if, like, maybe I cast it...
We just asked them, like, could you just wait? Hold on.
Yeah, or I just, like, maybe I don't know, I got some divine help and was able to cast it quickly, but, like, now it disappears instead of lasting forever, or, like, I don't know, however you want to handle it.
Make a religion check.
Religion, perfect. The stat that should definitely be intelligence, yes. Excited about rolling that intelligence check. -1.
Do you not think it should be intelligence?
That's a 4.
Should be wisdom.
I think it should be intelligence.
When you
knowing information about religion.
When you cast the spell, Fine Steed, which you have presumably never cast before.
No.
You called out to your god, Morning Lord, and you were, if you remember, answered by another voice, someone else.
Correct.
And the spell was cast instantaneously, and the horse that was summoned was not quite what you had expected.
Yeah.
Instead of the flowing riding horse mare that you wanted, it is a fully skeletal warhorse. Not super comfortable to sit on the back of, but kind of cool, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say it was cast instantaneously, perhaps maybe in this one time.
Yeah.
Can you all roll perception checks for me?
12.
Natural 20.
Nice.
9.
All right, Petra. As you're traveling down the road, you can tell that up past the road is winding as it kind of flows down this valley. You're traveling downward because the castle is up on this big pillar that overlooks the entire valley. You know that the lake and the Vistani camp are kind of down below. So as you're traveling down, you can't see that far ahead as the trees line the edge of the road, but you can hear the sound of horses and a carriage coming towards you. You haven't seen them, They definitely have not seen you, and they probably have not heard you, but you know that they're coming, and will probably turn the bend in a couple minutes. You could hide. There are forests just along the side of the road that would give you plenty of cover if you just stepped over there, or you could just welcome them in the middle of the road.
I think, yeah, tactical mindset. I point out to Gabe first and foremost, and then grab Salvatore's hand and pull him off into the bushes.
And you said it was coming from the direction of the castle or the other direction?
The direction of the Vistani camp or
Okay.
Velaki, the way you're going.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still would follow Petra's lead and guide the horse.
All right. You guide the horse a little bit past the thicket of the thick line of trees. It's hard to see anyway because of the mist that surrounds this valley. But as you're waiting there looking, you see coming around the bend a Vistani wagon with 2 horses drawing it and a 3rd horse in front leading the way. And on the back of this horse, you see a familiar face. Luvash, the leader of the Vistani camp. And they're just seem like they're not in a hurry, but they're heading in the direction of either the castle Ravenloft or perhaps the village of Barovia, which is also this way, or perhaps the Surpool where Madame Ava is, but they're just kind of idly traveling down this road, packed with a wagon, and it seems like a lot of their items and belongings. There's a couple other Vistani on the side of the wagon. Do you make yourself known? Because they don't see you.
We should flag them down, say hi.
Maybe there's something going on with the Vistani camp. We should, I just kind of guide the horse back on to the course.
All right. What's your horse's name, by the way?
I leave.
The horse's name is.
You don't have to know now, but I'm just curious.
No, he does.
Paul Revere?
Shake, rattle, and roll.
Shit. Oh, okay. SRR.
Yeah. So, sir.
Sir.
It's sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir. Okay, you take Sir onto the road, and when Luvash sees you, his eyes grow big, and he says, "My friend Gabe, you have come mysteriously out of the side of the woods. It is good to see you."
We were making sure that you were not anyone who meant us ill will.
Excellent. I don't mean to pry into your personal business, but I do see that your horse is skeletal.
There's a lot going on in this world, I suppose. That's a
No-
little
no
out of
problem.
the ordinary.
I understand. Is your the rest of your party there? He's like looking around. Yeah, please come on out. You don't have to be hiding in the woods. It's scary in there. Please come on out. Come on out. He's waving you all into the road.
How's it going, Lou?
I have actually never been called Lou before, but for the saviors of my daughter Arabelle, I will let you call me whatever you want.
How is your daughter? Is she with you?
No. She, with a few of the other Vistani and your friend Irina, I believe, they went westward towards Kresk.
Oh, that's right. Where are you headed?
We're headed for perhaps we're going to Daggerford. Maybe we'll get some supplies, or maybe Baldur's Gate. Who knows? We'll see.
You're leaving Barovia.
You know?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
As a Vistani, that is our gift. I am so sorry to tell you that.
No, I remember, of course, yes.
But he looks around. He says, "You are on foot? No. You cannot be on foot. You have one horse for 4 people. That is not enough. Please take my horse." And he gets off the horse, leads the reins over to you, Richard. "Please, it is my gift to you. I expect it to be returned, but it's a loan. My beautiful horse Minx." Pats the.
Oh, no, sure, beautiful horse. How are you going to get to Baldur's if you're...
Well, we have a wagon here, and he hops onto the wagon. There's 2 other Vistani on this wagon with their colorful garments, and they say, "Hello, it is good to see you."
Can I roll an
This is
insight
no-
check to just make sure that this is truly just passing someone on the road?
Yep.
It's not great. That's gonna be a 14.
Yeah, passing someone on the road. He seems his gift of a horse seems to be genuine
Great.
affection for your deeds.
I say, Sal, you can ride with me on Sir.
All right.
Petra, horse buddies?
I suppose that pairs us up.
Okay,
Hope you're
don't
not
sound
still
too
bent out of-
you don't gonna
Well, I
sound too
just
happy
hope you're
about
not-
it. That's all right.
Bent out of shape about your, quick marriage and annulment, let's say.
Yeah, how you feeling?
You're bent out of shape about it. You're bent out of shape.
Am I? Do I seem bent out of shape?
Is that what you said? Was that what you said?
No, I said, I hope you're not.
Oh, sorry.
So
Chesty
obviously he
Dane.
is.
Lubosh looks to you
Nice.
guys and says, "Oh, you are
Go on.
married in the last
no.
day that I saw you."
We a little.
No, it did happen. Yeah, no, it happened.
I was a little married for like.
He's currently still married
just
unless
a
the
little.
man's dead.
Well,
I think he's probably dead.
I think
Again.
he's dead.
Lubosh looks at you, Richard, and he's like stroking his chin. And he says, all right. I see what's happening. Okay, no problem. Oh, and how is this little guy?" He goes over to Piddlewick, and he puts out a hand
Oh,
to
I
shake
forgot that
Piddlewick.
he'd be.
Piddlewick
He's doing
kind of
great.
Piddlewick
the
kind of
best.
waddles over and puts his hand out, and as soon as Lubosh puts his hand to shake, Piddlewick goes,
I'll go.
Go back for a high
That's
five
not
on
nice.
Piddlewick.
Gabe, do
Pit-
not reinforce those negative
It was
actions.
funny.
Piddlewick looks at you, Sal, like puppy dog eyes, like, come on, it was funny.
Shake his hand.
He shakes Lubosh's hand reluctantly, and he goes, "Oh, this is good. I did not actually realize that this creature was alive, so this is interesting. But you know what? The skeletal horse, sometimes here in Barovia, you just have to go with the flow a little bit, so."
Sure. Yeah.
Now, if you see my daughter, tell her that I love her very much. She is certainly in capable hands. She is she is young of age, but mature of heart. And if you need anything, please, anytime you see a Vestani, you are welcome within our group. I promise you that.
We wish you safe travels. I don't mean to just. Would there be any use? And I kind of look to the rest of my party, for us to ask if they could relay any information or a communication for us. Is there anyone on the
yes.
outside that you would want to speak with?
I don't know anybody. Only people I know are either here or trapped by a demon.
I mean, to be honest, I'm in the same boat. I don't know of anyone I would reach out to. Petra, I'm sure the person you would reach out to is apparently perhaps here.
Sounds like that's the case.
Richard, you have someone you need to reach out to?
Got something in your throat? You all
Yep.
right?
Richard?
Okay, let's just stop this. You guys know it's not. My name's not Richard.
What the fuck? I did not know that.
Yeah. So, hey.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing that funny voice?
So my name's Teddy.
Eddie.
Theodore School. Yeah. It's a very long story that I'm sure, hey, we can definitely get to the bottom of over some drinks. Right?
A lot has happened in the 5 minutes that I have bet you on this
Yep.
road. This
Yeah,
is
we were.
crazy. Actually, you know what? We're actually have to head out. It was such a pleasure to see you all.
How
Wait,
long-
wait. Could you?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Teddifer.
Yes, Teddy.
Topher?
It's still weird getting used to. Is there a possibility of you being able to get a message off continent?
Perhaps. Who would you want to give this message to? Another person that you married? How many people have you married? Be honest.
That was the first one. Yeah, that was it.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It's kind of to a prince a little bit.
A prince. That's. I don't
What's
talk
going
to a
on?
lot of princes, of course.
Okay.
And how do you know this prince?
That's really complicated.
Secret for
No,
another
how
day,
do you know
I
the
guess.
prince, Teddy?
That's really kind of the thing that I would like to talk about over drinks privately.
There's no drinks here, man. I mean, water. I got
Eventually,
water.
I'm not saying right now. Now is
We-
just not a super great time for this, I think.
We can
One
talk
of
about
our-
it when we get to Kresk.
Please.
One of our action items is
True.
making sure that this area can even get drinks. So
Yeah,
We should do that next. It
Oh.
sounds fun. I don't know. I could use something fun.
something a little less.
Okay.
intense.
Like,
Okay,
in the
all this
world
being said,
Right.
Kingdom of Magnus.
In the
His Royal Highness Prince Feldir, yes. Feldir,
All right.
Faldeyr.
And is this
Spell it out.
a prince that will be sitting on a large throne, or is this a prince
Yep.
of the people?
No, he is. He is. He's totally a prince.
Well,
of
how are
people,
they
but
going to get a message to a prince?
That's why it's kind of I don't know. I'm trying something here. Okay.
All right.
Just-
And what's the message?
Gonna need a lot of stamps.
Do you want to tell me this in private?
A lot of stuff.
Oh shit!
He'll get
I'm
a
gonna rummage
message
in my bag.
probably 6
and-
months from now.
Stop it!
Sorry,
I'm gonna get in the secret pocket that I got
Salvatore.
and pull out a
We're like level
little
18.
wooden ring
Teleport us there.
and just get this to him. He should know that I'm okay. All right, so that's that on that.
All right, no problem. A prince in a far-off kingdom. This is very exciting. I will do my best, Teddy, to do this for you.
Do
Right,
I know anything about that kingdom being an intelligent human being?
Yeah, make a history check.
18.
It's a kingdom in a not that far off land. You know that this prince that's Teddy mentioned is a noble ruler of this kingdom, a person who a lot of the kingdom likes, all even if he is a distant, not snooty, but a royal. How Teddy knows this prince is maybe a little bit of a mystery to you, because this person is a big deal in some circles.
What was their name again? Prince.
Feldir. Faldeyr.
Well, it was nice seeing you, Luvash.
All right, good to see you all. Have a safe travels, and if you could get that wine, that would be incredible. There's nothing like Barovian wine. And you see he pulls out a shopping list from his bag, and it just says wine in big letters. All right, farewell. And he gets on the wagon with the other two, and with their two horses, and they disappear down the road. You now have two horses, a skeletal horse named Sir, and a normal brown riding mare named Minx. And I will say that as you continue your travels down the road on your two horses, into the early morning, into the a little bit at the late afternoon, you eventually pass the windmill that you had a brief encounter with some old woman that is kind of seated on a little nodding hill on the side, but off the beaten path. So you continue forth down the old Sphalic Hill, winding towards Lake Zarevich, where you saved Arabelle. And I'm going to say around 2 or 3 p.m., you kind of come to the outskirts of the city of Valaki. You can still see the remnants of smoke beyond the gates and the walls. It seems like the upheaval has continued at least for a full day. It is seemingly still in a state of unbalance. Do you continue around. You know that the Sphalic road towards Crest continues on the other side of Vlaki. There's, of course, the Vistani camp here as well. Where is your destination?
I mean, if it's 2 or 3, I say we keep going, right?
Yeah, I don't think we're having need to stop here.
Is the winery's on the other side of Kresk, right? So Kresk is the first location.
You don't quite know where the winery is.
Okay.
It's in that direction.
So either way, Kresk is the way to go.
Yeah.
Kresk.
To Kresk.
Okay, you continue forth. Can each of you make a survival check for me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Maybe 21.
A 21.
On my glowing dice.
13.
My new dice are getting
Wow. Pathetic, Sal.
That natural 20 is great.
I'm gonna make Zach roll again.
No.
I'm just kidding.
So mean.
Oh, that would be funny. All right, as you continue down the road, you eventually come to a bridge that connects over top of looks like an outlet from the lake Zarovich. There's no sign of people here at all. You do see, like, in the dirt of the road, some rat wagon tracks that may have belonged to Arabelle and Irina's troop, although that was a few days ago and is kind of blown over. But since then, it doesn't seem like this road is really that much traveled on this side of Valaki. And around 5 p.m. or so, you come to an intersection. This road splits off here. If you can see that. Can you see that?
Yes.
This intersection branches to the northwest, the northeast, the southwest, and the southeast. There is a wooden signpost that is kind of hit at an angle in the grass near the top half of the sign that has the arms that tell you which way each of the roads leads to is broken off and is laying in some weeds nearby. With your natural 20, Gabe, you can see that these twisted vines and flowers that this sign is laying in are not natural. They are blighted, rotting, kind of thick vines that are growing up from, now that you can see, corpses that have been strewn about next to this road. Seemingly, these corpses have been here for maybe a few months. They're rotting, decaying. The smell is slightly masked by the sweet kind of pungent smell of these unnatural flowers. But you know what, Gabe? Can you make a what's a good wisdom? Make a roll with wisdom plus proficiency.
It's a 9 on the die for a total of 12.
You don't know what the deal with these vines are, or even really how these people died, but you can see that this signpost has 4 words painted on the 4 directions. You would have to pick up the sign to fit it onto the post to figure out where of these. But one of the signs says Kresk. One of them says Lake Baratok. One of them says Valaki and Ravenloft. And one of them says Berez.
And I can't tell by knowing which direction Valaki and Ravenloft, what direction the other 3 are.
You know what? Actually, with your natural 20, I will give it to you because you don't even have to pick up the sign.
Okay.
You know that's let's see, northwest from where you are.
Yeah.
It says Lake Baratok.
Okay.
And southeast it says Berez. And southwest it says Kresk. And you would know that Valaki Raveloff would be northeast, which would be the way that you came.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
the path to Lake Baratov to the northwest, um, you can tell from this map that you have, leads here.
Yeah.
And the road is not the kind of normal dirt road that you're used to. This one seems a little bit more paved, secure. It seems like people have actually taken some time and care to make this road a little bit easier to travel down, and it kind of goes up and over a little bit north.
Um. That. So is this the map, or is this representative of the map that we have? This map that I'm looking
Yes,
at?
yep.
Does that building by Lake Baratok look like what could perhaps maybe be a tower?
Yes.
Okay. So that's Petra's thing, right? Yeah.
Wizard Tower, yeah.
I would point out everything that you just told me to the group, and then I would say, so with all that being said, here's the issue. I feel like we need to rest. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps we'd be alright. But I wonder if we should go to Kresk and then come back. Or maybe find a way to camp in the woods on our way to the tower. I don't know. What is the thoughts of everybody else? That's just where my brain's at right now.
Fine.
How far is it? Oh.
We'd probably get to Lake Baratok before nightfall.
Yeah, we don't know who's in the tower.
And we don't know what would.
No, but I think you said how far is it? I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you can see on the map over here.
Yeah, that's where Kresk is. Also, I know I already pointed it out, but I want to reiterate
2.5 miles to Lake Baratok.
Okay. I just want to point out that this is unnatural magic as well. Actually, as a matter of fact, and I'm just going to kind of like look into the general direction of the woods and throw a quick divine sense out there. Within 60 feet, fiend, dead, undead, or celestial.
Let's see. None of those.
Okay. I think whatever dark magic is here might not be around us in this very moment, but I don't know. Does it kind of seem like the bodies are in the direction of Kresk? Or are they in the intersection in general?
It looks like perhaps they're kind of seated right where the sign points towards Kresk, as if whatever bodies were kind of dumped by something that was heading towards Kresk.
I point that out. Petra, is there any way you could tell how long these bodies have been perished?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, make a insight check, Petra.
Sure. Yeah. 19.
These bodies have been here for a few months, and in fact, they are drained dry.
Ooh.
And the twisted magic that grows from them is the magic of a druid, probably somewhat powerful druid. And in fact, you have probably run into things like this before, Petra, and you can see small little growing runes on nearby trees indicating signs of you would recognize to be ill-gotten, perhaps less than good druidic magic. It seems like this was maybe a failed ritual, in fact, that they were attempting to resurrect them in some way, but failed and discarded them along the road.
Shit.
I don't know what did this, but they've been desanguinated and corrupted somehow.
Where should we go?
Does it look anything like in the Infernal Calling spell? Any of the runes, are they similar at all, or was it something different?
Something different.
Okay. Well, we want to go to that tower, right? Next. I mean, we could camp out.
Yeah.
And then head there first thing.
Didn't get those drinks.
We've had a long day.
Yeah, we should find a place to go.
What drinks? Like, you want like to talk or to?
What is it with you like hanging on to this one word I said? Like, what's going on?
What, me?
No, drinks.
Oh yes, I was saying.
What did you mean by drinks? Like, get the booze for the people, or?
Yeah, I was just saying it would. Wherever we lay our heads this eve, I was hoping to maybe have a drink. Is really all I was saying. But I think it's better to camp out here.
It's like I think like 5 p.m. now. I mean, it'll probably be dark in a few hours or so.
We can make our way to Lake Baratok.
I can pretty easily guarantee safety, at least while we sleep.
Oh, right.
Well, then, yeah, I say we make our way to Lake Baratok and we'll camp along the way.
I agree.
Is that all right with you, Petra?
Yeah. It's the first time kind of using this spell, but I know that we should be pretty safe.
If anyone's capable. Well, off we go then.
All right,
I gotta just say a little prayer over the bodies.
Okay, you say a little prayer over the bodies, and you continue northwest towards Lake Baratok. It doesn't take you long as you kind of come over the crest, and you see a cold mountain lake in the distance, and it is enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. There's thick fog that kind of stretches, almost cloying at the edge of this lake from the surrounding forest, but the lake itself seems open, almost inviting. It is not the dark, barren lake of the Zarevich that you had traversed earlier. This one is smaller and less terrifying, and you're about a mile away, and you can see now in the distance a tower off a kind of marshy inlet from the shore of this lake, and it sits there alone in the middle of this lake. And from this distance, you can see parked out front of this tower is a wagon. You can't quite make out the wagon from this distance, but it definitely seems like either someone is here currently or at least has left their wagon here.
I mean, do we try to go to the tower? Or should we just...
I mean, we can investigate, and I can...
If they're friendly, yeah, but,
Have we had a short rest since everything?
Yeah, would you consider the ride a short rest?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then I can recover some spells then, so I can be a little bit better.
I can't recover any spells, but that's fine.
So
I didn't use that many.
Third level, so I could do it second level.
I actually
first.
don't really need...
Okay.
I was like, actually, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm actually okay.
I mean, right now I'm only down 2 second level spells, and I'm full hit points, so like I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys are fine. You
All right.
barely... Yeah,
I have two. I mean, both my second.
Well, I'd use a lot of resources
We-
to get.
and I used a lot of lay on hands
a
too.
little sleepy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just go to the tower then. Check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you make it down the road towards the tower about half an hour before you think sundown would hit. The tower is, like I said, on a covered causeway out in the middle of this water. It is old and decrepit. There are scaffolds almost collapsing along the side of this 4-story tower. There are some griffin statues that are kind of flanking the outside of it that are also old and worn and covered in moss. The wagon is a honestly nice looking barrel-topped wagon. It is probably well maintained, well taken care of. No horses around the wagon. It is kind of parked right outside front. Can you all make perception checks?
I can also send Linguini ahead.
16.
Ugh,
6.
5.
14.
All right. Gabe, you're relatively confident that no one is here, or at least outside of the tower. The wagon seems, you can't see inside of the wagon because the windows of the wagon are covered with red drapes, so there might be someone in there, but there's no one outside of the tower. You can see up into the upper levels of the tower. There are some windows. There's actually on the 3rd floor a big hole, gaping hole in the side of the tower. But there's no lights coming from any of those, so to you it seems like it's probably empty, or at least someone is hiding out in there. And I am going to take you to this map.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I when we get close enough, I get off my horse.
My horse is huge.
In case someone can see and just kind of tell it to go. I tell Sir to go like just into the tree line a little bit. He's a bit off-putting.
Sir gallops away obediently.
I'm gonna tell Linguini just to like circle the tower, like kind of scouting up and down it.
Okay. Linguini flies up to the side of the tower, and when Linguini gets within 5 feet of it, disappears.
Oh no. Oh god.
Like a bug zapper.
Can you make an Arcana check?
Yeah. Dirty 20.
This tower has a anti-magic shield around it.
Ooh.
Linguini was dispelled when it got close to it.
Ah, shit. There's an anti-magic bug zapper around this building.
I suppose that would make sense.
That does make sense. I think knowing that it makes sense if this is a wizard tower, I should do this, and I cast Detect Magic to kind of just vibe out the...
Maybe any traps?
Yeah.
Detect Magic. Okay, there is a strong conjuration coming from the tower. This is clearly a defensive mechanism that a powerful wizard has cast on this tower. With your Detect Magic, you think that anything inside the tower, there would be impossible to cast spells.
Damn.
So just be like a normal weak dude then.
With horns.
No, you have horns.
A normal weak dude with horns. All right.
I think that's cool. That's not like I meant that like in a cool way.
All right. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Theodosia. What was her name? What?
No, yeah, that was it. Yep. You got it.
Petra, do you see any... Like, can I not just walk up to this door? Do you see any reason why I wouldn't be able to do that?
It seems like there's just an anti-magic field, so...
No other traps that you can sense.
It's also though, but it's your... This is your vision. Perhaps you should go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose.
Also, the wagon... the tower has this anti-magic, but the wagon also is radiating a little bit of conjuration magic to you, Petra. And as you kind of come up to it, it doesn't have an anti-magic. There's definitely something going on here, but you do see on the back of this wagon, there is a door with a padlock, and there's a crude wooden sign hanging from this back door that says, "Stay out."
Of the wagon?
Yes, the wagon.
I feel like we have to investigate. I don't want to go in, but I
We can break this lock, sure.
Knock on the door.
All right.
Someone in there.
You knock on the door, no response. Gabe, as you're kind of walking up to the front door, the door of this tower has this very interesting, almost like circular plaque on it, which I will show you.
What? Why did you show me anything? What
there
is that?
Are symbols and lines in this weird kind of formation on the front of this door. There's a big knocker.
Whoa.
Wow.
Matt has already said there's a gaping hole and a big knocker at this tower. So I'm just saying.
I don't notice
This
such
one's
things.
sexy
I'm
tower.
above this.
It's a lived-in world. He's flushing the world out.
Always flushing you.
Flesh.
Yep.
I mean, I am not the most intelligent guy, so I immediately look over my shoulder. Sal, you might want to come check this out.
It wants us to do the Macarena.
Can I see if I recognize any of these runes or anything on this circle?
Yeah, make a either history or arcana if you want to do recognize or like magic.
Oh,
I think Gabe is looking at you disappointed. If you're sitting there doing that, he's just like, come on.
It's 17 arcana.
There's nothing magical about what this symbol on this door is saying.
It's not magic.
Petra, you need my help for anything? I can.
Is it a language of some sort?
No language. Kind of looks like stick figures.
Oh my god, is Petra right?
I'll start mimicking Petra.
So you're both like standing in front of the door?
Doing the different poses, yeah.
Doing the OA, like.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay. I want to. What are you doing exactly? I want to see you do it.
So are there like stick figures doing different things going around the circle?
Yeah, that's exactly what the picture is.
It's a
like
line.
Doing the different.
Is that what that is a picture of?
It's a line
Is it?
following. Yeah, following. They can only go one of two directions.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think-
So yeah, like that.
That's not enough.
Excuse me?
Are you kidding me?
No, I got it.
I'm so mad.
Hello?
I'm very alert.
That's not enough.
You waited so patiently. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Wait,
You
who
guys
is
don't
this
even
very
understand.
special guest star?
I messaged Kelsey about 20 minutes ago saying, I see that you're online. What are you doing right now? And she completely played it off. Oh my god. Sorry,
amazing.
that's so funny.
You all see stepping out of the woods nearby a woman dressed in red cloaks carrying a sword. This is a picture.
Oh,
Teddy,
hey,
you immediately recognize this woman
I do.
as the woman from your vision with Arabelle. The woman that rescued you from the Vistani attack.
Hey, you?
She's like holding out her sword, and she's got this like axe in the other hand, on guard.
Hey, whoa, hey, buddies, friends, pals, we're all that stuff.
We mean no harm.
You mean no harm, yet you are breaking in.
Knocking.
Is this your house?
Put your arms down.
All right.
Are you the wizard that lives in this tower? I mean, you don't look very wizard-like.
She's gonna
That's
look at
offensive.
you, Petra, and narrow her eyes. Interesting that you would say that.
So, what's going on?
You want to tell me?
We
Go
were
banging around my wagon and banging around the door?
Can I tell that
What
she's
is your
Vistani?
place?
Can I at least tell that she's Vistani?
Make an insight check.
11.
You're not sure if she's Vistani, but she certainly carries herself with the aura and weight of a professional trained fighter.
Okay, I think I would just be upfront and I would just say we were sent here by a vision from a Madame Ava.
My name's Salvatore Gianucci.
Gabriel, Astrum.
Theodore Granger.
Granger. Okay.
Petra Tenebris.
I know who you are.
Oh,
But she's looking at Theodore.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. You know me, I don't really know you.
Daggerford. I dropped you off in Daggerford.
Ah, okay, yeah. Cool. Who are you?
We'll hold that information until I know that you are safe.
Okay, awesome.
Does she look old?
That's rude.
Zach's asking?
Bitch!
Because I know Richard's story enough to know that Daggerford happened when he was a baby. That's all I at least know.
I mean,
That's where he's
she's,
from.
you know, maybe in her 30s.
Yeah, so that's weird. Okay. I just note that. It's more time shit.
Time shit.
Have you heard of a Madame Ava?
Of course I have heard of a Madame Ava.
Okay, so
I'm not
you know.
an idiot.
Well, then you know we speak truth.
I know you claim something that could be true.
We have these cards.
Yes.
Do we have cards, or did we see the cards?
Yeah, that's true. Did she keep them?
Uh,
It would
you
be
Were we
weird if we
given
took
cards
the
at
cards.
some
It would be
point?
weird if we took the cards. She probably
Not the cards for the fortune. The cards. Didn't we
Matt's
each
trying to
start
talk.
Sorry.
with a card. Sorry.
no, it's okay. You each have one card that was given to you before the adventure. Arabelle drew a separate card for each of you, but you do not have that. Instead, you have one card, of course. Petra has a charlatan. Gabriel has philanthropist. And Teddy has a beggar.
Yeah.
And Sal has a hooded one.
That was it.
Do these look
And
familiar?
you were sent by a vision. This vision. For what purpose?
I looked at Petra.
To kill the devil.
Join the list.
Well, then we are on the same page. Good.
Interesting leg you have there.
It's not my leg.
Weird. Oh, I thought you said leg. Sorry.
I did.
Leg. Oh, you did
Leg.
say leg.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
What's their name?
Anything else you wanted to say about that, or?
I've
Oh,
never
shit.
seen
I didn't notice
something
anything.
I thought it was a fancy boot.
crafted like that.
I made it myself.
Perhaps we could come inside and talk. You can keep your sword pointed at us if it makes you feel better.
She puts the sword down and she takes you guys in.
All right.
Does she have to do the arm?
As Esmeralda, you do it's you can tell that it is as simple as recreating the hand signal in the order of the that the
Zach,
door
how
depicts.
dare you
Gabe looks at you and apologizes.
get mad at me, both Petra and Sophie, for immediately solving the puzzle.
And the door
Zach
to the
also
tower
has an intelligence
opens.
of 9.
As you walk inside of this first little vestibule area, right as you walk in, there is a little tattered curtain, but you see Esmeralda push that aside, and there is inside a seemingly abandoned room. There are it's a flagstone floor with strewn debris. There's a few crates that are broken and contain really nothing of value. In the center of the floor, in the middle, there is an indentation, and there are 4 pulleys that are attached with taut iron chains that stretched up into the ceiling. You would recognize this as some sort of elevator or lift that would travel up to the upper levels of this tower. And standing next to all 4 chains, all around the outside of this elevator, there are 4 tall clay statues.
Clay.
Standing there, immobile.
Statues.
Esmeralda, you know that this tower, this elevator, is operated by these clay golems that, if you step on this platform, the elevator will rise as the golems pull the chains up to the upper levels of the tower.
She'll step right on.
All right.
Okay.
As soon as Esmeralda steps on, you're all kind of like a step behind, and the golems immediately jerk to life, and they start pulling.
Get on.
Yeah.
Come on. You're gonna miss it.
You all like scramble to get on this elevator, and it begins to rise painfully slowly up this tower. It is rising 5 feet per round, so that's 5 feet for 6 seconds. So it takes 30 seconds or so to get up to the second floor.
Hey, beats climbing the ladder, huh?
As you get up to the second floor, this second floor is completely empty. There is looks like some scaffolding on the outside and a little bit of like a hole in the side of this wall, but otherwise nothing of note on the second floor. And in fact, you see Esmeralda stay on the elevator, just continues to rise.
Is there a stair option or?
She's just standing there like as if there's nothing, like not phased one bit.
Does one of the golems say it's a living?
You know what, Sal? Make an Arcana check.
Oh my god.
17.
These golems are. You're probably impressed by the quality of magic needed to create a creature like this. Obviously, someone made these golems and doomed them to a life of servitude of pulling the chains of this elevator. But you know that golems are somewhat volatile creatures. They will react to the whims and commands of whoever created them, but are known to go haywire and are pretty strong. But these ones seem docile. None of them.
Did you make these golems? Did you set this up?
As I told you before, this is not my tower and not my lake, so they are not my golems.
Yeah.
Not
You
my chin, not my
continue to rise.
That's what I would say.
Up to the third floor. This third floor now, as you're kind of appear up to the bottom of the floor through the hole in the bottom. The third floor is similarly completely empty. In fact, the floor of this floor is rotted and falling away. There is kind of black mildews on the walls. There's nothing of value here. This is the floor that has the gaping hole in the side of the wall. You can see out into the forest, big enough for each of you to maybe crawl through. Right outside of this hole, there are some scaffolding that seems like you could like step on to kind of get to the outside of the tower. But Esmeralda stays on the lift, and you continue up to the fourth floor.
That was my favorite floor. Floor 3.
How many floors are there?
She just shrugged.
All right, you make your way up to the top floor, and let's see. Let me take you all there. Come on.
I can see it, I think.
It's just a black screen.
Mine is just black, but I think mine said that mine was out of date, so that could be my multiple problem.
Okay, can you all see yourselves up here?
Yes. Scroll up.
All right. As you make your way to the very
top of the map.
Wow,
It's like a long
yeah,
map
you
map.
really have to scroll.
This is a tall tower. As you get to the very top of this tower, you can see finally that this area has signs of recent habitation. Although it still kind of smells of moldu and a little bit of mold. But there is a cozy looking bed in the corner. There is a desk with a nice matching chair. There are bright tapestries. There's even an iron stone with some wood next to it to make some food. There are some arrow slits in the walls here, and the windows are heavily boarded up, clearly purposely boarded up to prevent people from entering from the outside. There's a standing suit of armor. There's a big wooden chest. There's a bunch of different cabinets and closets. This is a small space, but clearly furnished and clearly lived and inhabited by someone. The elevator is still so slow. Your kind of head is at the bottom of the floor, and you kind of rise up painfully slow before finally it clicks into place, and all 5 of you are sitting in this space at the top of the tower.
Wow.
Great.
I've never been on a lift like that. That was very impressive.
It was a little cramped, but yeah, it was nice.
So what are you all here for then?
We were hoping you could tell us.
You came to a tower because of a vision, and you don't know why.
It's Petra's vision.
It's true, and Petra wrote it down somewhere, and it's in a different journal.
I can read it if you want. It says your fortune, Petra, was look for a wizard's tower. Breathe in the familiarity, let it swallow and guide you. Seek now what you have always sought, and you will find it there. And Madame Avia told you that the thing that you are seeking is a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol divinely tied to your mission, a token of a saint who wishes to guide you once more.
We say that out loud.
So you are not looking for me then? You are looking for Von Richten then, as well, yes?
You know of him?
Yes, and I know that you know of him as well.
He taught me most everything I know.
And he taught me before he taught you.
He left a message that he was coming here. I didn't expect that. There would be other allies, other people that he knew. I'm afraid I don't know anything about you.
That is for the best. Anyone who is close to Von Richten is not necessarily an ally. So, tread carefully.
I mean, got truth spells? You know, say like, hey, tell me the truth if you're a bad person, and we'll be like, no.
This tower is an anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
So how do those golems?
I do not pretend to understand the depth of magic that the fucking Von Richten can make, alright?
Kind of a thing.
Von Richten made this tower?
Oh wait, did he make the tower? He did.
Esmeralda, make an insight check.
Insight check. Fancy.
Insight check on the tower.
Insight check on the tower. That's going to be a 17.
You don't think that Van Richten built this tower, but you think that he has stayed here because of the abilities of this tower to it's a somewhat of a safe haven with the anti-magic. So he's smart enough to know to use this tower as a post for him, although obviously not here in the moment.
Yeah, so I retcon that and I don't say Von Richten, I just say whoever built this thing. So you seek him. Is that why you are here then?
I mean, the words of Madame Ava are foggy, as you know. We were hoping the answers would be a little bit more obvious when we got here. I seek Richten, but I didn't expect to find him here.
He's not here, but I do know where he is.
You wouldn't happen to share that information, would you?
I am tempted to share it because I cannot do it alone. Even though I am quite an expert in monster hunting, one does not walk into the den of wolves alone.
What are your goals?
My goals? Kill the devil.
Right.
And anyone who stands in my way.
Sounds good.
Is that fair enough? Great. What do you seek from Von Richten?
I know that he has come across Strahd. I was hoping that he knew a little bit more about this place and a little bit more on how to bring him down. I would say that I was afraid of maybe his methods of doing so, but since we've gotten here, haven't done much better at keeping the people or the peace safe.
Interesting.
Can I look around for symbols of the Morning Lord?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
It's a natural one.
No symbols of the Morning Lord, although you do see Linguini was dispelled, but Piddlewick is still here, and Piddlewick kind of shudders over to the stone oven, and you see Piddlewick open it and then climb inside.
Hey!
No.
What is he doing? What is that strange thing doing?
It's the stone is, or the stove is cold and not on, and he kind of looks out. He kind of peeks his head out. You like what?
Hey, buddy, that can be hot, and that would get you super hurt, and then we'd all be really sad.
Owie.
Come on, out.
Is this
No,
thing
no,
your friend?
Yeah, he's the best.
He climbs out.
Don't know how I feel about
Middlewick?
that, but okay.
Say hello.
Piddlewick walks up to you, Esmeralda, and like looks you with wide eyes, and then like takes a step back, and then takes a step forward confidently and puts out his hand.
I will not shake this thing's hand.
That's rude. That's just rude.
Don't be rude.
She'll extend her fingers and be like, "Nice to meet you, I guess."
Do you put your hand up to shake?
Yeah, like my fingers. Yeah, like his tiny hand, right? This is small.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. You gonna bite me?
Does a 13 hit?
What? Get away! No!
No, it doesn't. It does not.
You guys see Piddlewick open its mouth,
Oh.
and a dart flies out of his mouth past Esmeralda's head and sticks in the wall.
Can I try to attack it with my attacks, please?
Piddlewick.
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll attack.
Okay. Where's my... There it is. 24?
Definitely hits.
Piddlewick's AC's high.
His AC's high, you said?
30.
9 damage?
You reflexively strike back at this little doll. You all see Esmeralda with a swift practice strike out at Piddlewick, slashing into the woodwork of this creature. Piddlewick gets knocked to the ground and is sprawled on his back, and his head is rolling.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, no!
My boy! My boy! Go,
Your boy tried to eat my hand off.
Piddlewick is badly injured, but not dead. And he kind of looks at you pathetically, Sal, like...
Oh, it's okay, Piddlewick. You just frightened him is all. He could sense that you didn't have confidence, and you startled him, all right?
I don't want to
It's your
blame, but
fault.
like you didn't shake his hand, and I think he probably was offended by that. Just an observation.
So you hit a child with an axe?
This is not a trial. Whatever. I don't have time for this. We have a job to do, all right?
Can you at least apologize?
Absolutely not. I apologize with the
let's-
swing of my axe, and if he does not appreciate it, then he can just be whatever he is.
I can't apologize for the creature, but I will apologize for him being in our company unchecked. I still don't fully trust the doll.
I don't know if we can move forward.
It would be wise to not to trust this doll. He tried to eat my hand off.
But he's so cool all the time.
Piddlewick goes to one of the arrow slits that kind of looks out into the lake in the forest and just stares out of there forlornly.
That's terrifying. I
I
hate
just
him.
feel bad for him.
I
I'm gonna
hate him.
go. I want to go look in the oven. Piddlewick was looking around and see if maybe Piddlewick was onto something.
It is. There's some
I'm 20
like.
Oh my god.
There's some like. Obviously, it's been used like somewhat recently because there are some like burnt firewood. There's a big stack next to it. Nothing. There's nothing in there. You have no idea why Piddlewick wanted to go in there.
I'll come out
Nothing
and
Piddlewick does makes sense to you.
Shake the ash off of me in like a cloud. Yep, it's just an oven.
He's just a curious guy.
Who is in charge of this group? Which of you is in charge of this group? It cannot be you. Do not lie to me. Who is it?
I think it's democracy.
Petra, maybe?
There's not really a
I'll
leader.
Point to
but
Piddlewick.
Good.
it's definitely
just been
not
doing
the
what that
doll,
guy
I'll
says this
say.
whole
I
time.
mean,
I am struggling to see the benefit of this choice. Maybe there are other adventurers that I can pick up off the side of the road. Maybe it's best that you all just go.
now, hey, I think fair to not trust all of us right now. Our behavior here, perhaps it is wise to doubt, but I think we are aligned in our goal, and I would like to discuss that further.
Go on then.
We are not ready to face the devil. We encountered
No, you are not.
we encountered him in his castle last night, and we did not try to fight him, and it was the best we could do to just flee.
I don't know how you're alive right now, to be honest.
We're very capable.
Mm-hmm. Sure you are.
Some of us are quite charming when we want to be.
Some of us are Richard Charming.
Who's Richard?
Gabe, you're being very quiet.
Just a jerk.
Some guy we lost along
Just
the way.
a jerk of a guy.
I'm just not sure what to say to convince this woman, so I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, I had a hunch to look for a symbol of the Morning Lord. I kind of got distracted by Piddlewick in the oven. I still think that's maybe something we could look out for.
Can we? I'm so sorry. I get it. You don't trust us. I understand. We've been up for what, like 24 hours at this point? Something? I don't know. It's just been a really long day.
I will say you are not catching us at our best.
Just get some rest and like talk.
Listen,
in the
we
morning.
were sent here against our own will. We just arrived in Barovia. And ever since then, we've done everything we can to make this world a better place, but apparently, this world can't be a better place. So we're just trying to figure out as much information as we can, and so far, those visions have led to good information. So that's why we've made ourselves here. All I can promise you, Esmeralda, is that I want Strahd dead. He knows that I want that, and anything other than that, in my opinion, is quite frankly a moot point.
Sleep then. We discuss more in the morning.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I'll
You
just take the bed.
Yeah, you look around. There's one cot in here. It is at this point probably 9 or 10 p.m. So Nightfall, it is pouring rain outside, the constant drone of rain hitting the side of this tower. You think it's pretty secure, obviously, with the boarded up windows. It would take a pretty tremendous feat of strength to break in from the outside without the use of magic, obviously.
So, finally want to do the whole name game thing?
It's up to you.
It's just, yeah, okay. So, let's just, long and short of it, I was a noble guy. I was a lord. Lord Theodore Arthur of the House of Granger. The whole thing, and very well connected family. Was raised literally alongside princes and princesses. Became a lord in waiting. Kind of fucked up and fell in love with the prince, and didn't work through no fault of our own. It stuff got real bad, and I had to get out of there, so I faked my death, came over here. The end.
And how are you involved in that? And I look over at Esmeralda.
I saved his life and dropped him on the doorstep of the fancy house.
Saved my life from from who?
What do you mean from who?
Well, okay, there had to be something that put my life in danger and made me not have the parents that apparently gave birth to me.
You don't know who. You don't remember.
No, I was a tiny baby.
Ha!
Do you remember you as a tiny baby?
No, but I do remember the face of Von Richten as he slaughtered your parents. So I do remember that.
So why would they do that? Why would he do that? So I'm not vampire, or I'm not also like an angel person. I'm pretty darn human. So
You are a victim of circumstance. He was wronged. And he came back and he killed everyone. Except for you. So you're welcome.
okay. Would love just some details.
What do you mean details?
Oh my god. Okay. Why did he have to kill everybody? Who did that?
Why
What
does
were
a
the
crazy person do that? How can I put my own head into the mind of a
What was
murderous
done? What was
rampage
done that made
killer?
him do that? You said that it was like revenge, retribution, whatever. What was that inciting incident?
His son. His son was sold.
Petra's listening very intently.
His son was sold by Vistani.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You want to know to who as well?
I mean,
Or is this now too much information for you?
I'm just literally trying to process this. This has just been a really long day. And like I said, haven't slept in a really fucking long time.
Yes.
So I would just love a break for just a second. Is that cool? We fine?
All I'm saying is you asked.
Just exhausted by all of this. Okay, great. Yeah, that's all I needed to know. Thank you so much.
It was a poor accent, but good try.
I'm actually really good with accents, but fine.
Theodore.
Not that one.
So yeah, okay, I'm apparently part Vistani. I'm not leaving.
You are all Vistani, by the way.
What?
No, he's 100% Vistani. Believe me, which means I don't think we're all Vistani. That would be shocking.
No, you, Theodore.
Hey.
Oh, all 100%. I understand.
I mean, kind of.
Do you know how blood works?
Listen,
I don't understand. You do need to sleep. This is a
Been a
completely
long
useless
day.
conversation at this point. I am exhausted by this conversation. So
I get it. It's just that's not what I was raised in, and as of like 24 hours ago, I didn't even know that I was not my parents' kid. Okay.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, I could go back, but I'm not going to because Strahd sucks, and you know, that's that on that. So
Esmeralda, have you
Team
seen
Deadstrahd.
me before?
Mr. Famous.
Make a Esmeralda. Can you make a history check?
Well, she knows so much information about him. Maybe she knows some information about me.
You know who I am.
That is an 14.
Don't recognize Gabe.
I do not know who you are.
Perfect.
Do you know who I
No, I don't know who you are.
am? Okay.
I'm just making an executive decision on that one.
Piddlewick tucks himself into the bed.
yes,
Puts the
Yeah, warm
covers
it up. Warm it up for me, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he's got the covers up to his neck.
Who was Von Richten's son? I'm just gonna.
I know that. I know the name, right?
Pull that band-aid off.
Yes,
Okay.
you know
Maybe
the
it's
name.
Gabe.
It's not
That'd be
Gabe.
nuts. Okay.
His name was Escher.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yikes.
Ooh, wait, hold on. That complicates things.
Well, does it complicate? What do you mean?
No, we're not. That doesn't mean we were related.
That's
It just means-
Theodore's
Well,
husband.
that's his husband.
Yeah, I married him
What?
for like a
Wait.
second.
You married him 24 hours ago. Escher's a vampire under Strahd's control.
And
Well,
probably
correct,
dead.
because as I just told
Probably-
you,
probably
his son
dead.
was sold.
They
To
say probably.
Strahd?
Strahd doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would make it easy.
Yes.
How does that make you feel, Teddy?
Son of your true parents' murderers is now your husband?
Probably dead.
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't know why this is like a sudden reflection on like my judgment or something. I just met the guy, and I didn't think when I just
asked
said
how
it.
you felt about it.
Yeah.
I feel weird because I
Yes,
didn't
alright.
mean to. I just kind of threw it out there, and then Petra was like, "Oh, I can totally marry you," and how I didn't know that she could do that. So I don't
Eric of the
know.
Morning Lord.
Okay, you're asking me to like think these things through. I wasn't thinking them through. I'll admit it. I just wasn't. So yeah, I don't feel good about it. I haven't really felt great about
You've-
pretty much anything in the past. I don't know, week.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot of information, so I won't punish you further with mentions of how I don't think you think a lot of things through. I'm not going to say that.
Let's
But-
all go
Oh.
to. Let's all go to.
He didn't
sleep.
say it.
Let's
He
all.
didn't
Let's
say it.
Problem.
all.
Teddy, he didn't say it. He didn't
Let's
say it.
all
Or she didn't
go.
say it.
Let's all go to sleep. We should all just go to sleep, and we will talk in the morning. Okay?
Talk over tea.
Yes. Morning tea sounds wonderful. Great. Find your spots. Get some rest.
I climb into the bed with Piddlewick.
Morning.
Piddlewick looks a little upset that that you're kind of in the bed with him. He wants the
Make
bed
some
by
room,
himself.
buddy.
He like sighs. And
Gabe like
scoots
thinks
over.
about saying like something about how this is Esmeralda's place, and he's like, I just can't at this point.
Esmeralda's already on the elevator and it's going back down. He's not staying on the same floor as you, crazy people.
Yeah, I'm not.
Absolutely
I
not. Absolutely not.
Gabe
All
just
right,
finds
all
a
right.
cold spot on the floor and rolls up his cloak underneath his head.
Not even a
Aw.
warm spot.
He specifically looks for a cold spot.
What a weird dude.
Are you on the same floor as Sal and Piddlewick?
Yeah, I want my friends to stay protected.
Before I
What
will
are you gonna do now?
go down, I will just kind of walk up to Gabe on the floor. It's like, hey, you wanna talk about any of this?
Sal kind of sits up a bit,
He
just to listen.
just stands up and starts walking down the stairs. Is there stairs?
There's no
No.
stairs.
I'm not
No
leaving.
stair option. We're in this really
In
slow
fact, you
elevator.
go to the middle of the room and there's just now a hole, and you look down to see Esmeralda, the top of Esmeralda's head.
And she just waves at you. And
Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly going down.
We can get it on the way back if you want.
We need to talk in private. So we're
Why?
just gonna sit here and wait for this lift?
Yeah. I am.
Why do you need to talk in private?
Sal,
I'm the only other one in this room. I'm kind of
Petra's here.
Petra's out.
Petra is like immediately asleep. I will. Yeah.
Snoring,
Yeah.
but like a cute
out.
snore. Me, 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 me.
Yeah.
A leaf above them. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sal, we're gonna wait for the elevator.
I'm very
peak of
why do you feel like you can't share something?
Because we have a past, Sal.
It doesn't
Okay.
really. I mean, you're awesome, man, but it doesn't really involve you.
Yeah, but like, why can't I know? I like to know things.
Sal,
know how to
maybe
explain
you
the
should
concept
think
of
about
privacy to you.
Maybe you should think and sit there, lie there with your creepy fucking doll that you
Okay,
have now
that's too far.
adopted.
That's messed
No, it's
up.
not
Just-
too far. It's a doll. It's a doll that's alive, and we're just pretending like it's
Yeah.
completely normal. Sal, maybe you just sit there and wonder why you're cuddling a doll and you have fucking horns growing out of your head. I think that you have some self work to do while the two of us go talk. How about that?
Are you done?
Yes.
Are you done hurting my feelings and Piddlewick's feelings?
Middlewick's arms crossed.
I specifically apologize to you, Salvatore, for hurting your real, actual feelings. Just look at
Apology not
Piddlewick.
accepted.
That's all I can do. She hasn't
The
even gone to
elevator
the
back
third
yet.
floor yet.
Are you, Esmeralda, where are you going? Are you just going down one floor? Are you going to the bottom?
I'm just gonna go to the bottom floor, but I don't want to make them wait that long.
I mean, it would take like 5 minutes for it to go all the way down and all the way back up.
Standing there in awkward silence.
I'm staring. I'm staring.
You would
at
want to
you
get
from
as far away from them as possible, and then make sure nobody else is
occasional-
gonna come in behind, like that this isn't like a trick. So she would go to the bottom floor and then send it back up.
All right. Okay. So the elevator now, I'll say, gets back up to the top floor.
Okay, after you.
I immediately get up. And as my head is disappearing, I say, I really am sorry, Sal.
All right.
I have to imagine, like, as it gets back closer, like Gabe's just like, I could tank another few
Just
hits.
go,
Like,
just go. You have no idea. I literally just rolled earlier to see if I just jumped to the second level from the gaping hole. But I rolled a 19, so I knew better.
What's so like the third floor? Because like
Yeah.
that's the fourth one is the gross
We
one.
want a bit of a
and the third
buffer.
one was-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit of a buffer. Okay, hey, so
Well,
okay. Before I start, I'm sorry for how I was behaving this last day.
Thank you. I'm sorry for what you've had to experience this last day. I'm proud of you for telling the others.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. I don't know. I've spent the last few years being someone else. It's kind of weird getting back into my actual voice.
I can sympathize with that.
Okay, so I pretty much got the long and short of it from my end. So I just hope that kind of maybe. I just don't want you to like feel like I'm just not interested, you know, because I mean, obviously, hey, look at you, look at me, it works. But you know, I also have had someone. And I had kind of buried that a long time ago, and then, I don't know, being back here, I just knew I can't leave that. I'm not saying I'm gonna go leave here and just start my life like it was. I don't think that's even possible. I just think it doesn't have closure yet. And I don't know what that closure is. I don't want to string you along and make you think that, but I don't want you to think that you're just second place, because you're not. There is no, it's just a really complicated thing, like I was saying. I just hope that kind of clears up why all of this has been such a mess lately. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly. I'm married a vampire.
I wasn't angry with you, Teddy. I was hurt. But that's not necessarily your fault. You gave me some truth, so I owe you some truth. When you and I met the first time, I was a very different person. As were you.
Yeah? Yeah?
I was in a phase of my life where personal pleasure was the only thing on my mind. Financially, physically. And so, all I cared about was myself. But then I met you, and I just felt something different about you. And that scared me. Because I too had someone. She was amazing. I was head over heels. She almost brought me back from the brink of the horrible pit that I found myself in. And then she was taken from me by a vampire. One that I never caught. And I spent years searching. Killing. Making decisions that I'm no longer proud of. And so when we came here, and I saw you, it brought me back to that person that I used to be, and I'm trying to be different now. I'm trying to not put myself first. And so, when I saw you, I thought maybe it was the Morning Lord's way of giving me what I thought I had lost. A person. Someone to love and to love me back. And that's not your fault that was thrusted upon you. But that's why I started to push myself away. Because I know that that's not what you want. I didn't know why for the longest reason, at least I do now. Understanding the reason, forgiving you for the reason, that's truly beside the point. It doesn't change the fact that it hurts. I care for you, Teddy. And I can't just flirt with you and have fun and think it's funny that you throw yourself at other men. That's not the opinion I have of it. Each time it feels like a tiny little dagger in my heart. Once again, it's not your fault. You don't owe me anything. But you need to know where I stand so that you know that I want to protect you. I want to work with you. I want to help you. But if your mind is not in the same place, even for a good enough reason, I can't be your friend. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me. I'm not strong enough anymore. But I'll always have your back.
I'm sorry it's so complicated. I wish I had a very clean, definitive answer. It's just not where I'm at right now.
Like I said, it's not your fault. It's not where you need to be.
Well, okay. Unfortunately, we have the elevator ride from hell. So I think you probably deserve your own space. So I think I'm gonna head back upstairs.
I want to clarify something before you leave. I want to re-emphasize some words that I said, which is I care about you, and I want to protect you, and I'm going to help you. This is not the end of Theodore and Gabriel. That's not what this is. I just can't be your buddy. Those aspects you'll have to find in someone else. But if you need me, I'm but a fluttering of my wings away.
Good night, Gabriel.
Good night, Theodore.
You get on the elevator.
It's so awkward.
And
I just
Teddy
sleep.
goes up.
I just sleep on that floor.
All right. Esmeralda, where are you sleeping?
First floor.
With the golems. They're good company, even though they don't move. Every so often, you just
They're
hear them. It's kind of loud down here whenever someone uses the elevator, but
That's
after Teddy goes up to the top floor, it stops. Gabe, you fall asleep quickly. You're out like a light. And you are suddenly in a church. You are giving a sermon at a church that is familiar to you, a church of the Morning Lord, back from where you're from. In front of you, there is a congregation of people, filled every pew with people, and they're clamoring to hear what you are saying to them. And you can't quite remember what you have been saying, but a man walks right up to you, right up to the pulpit, and you can see that his arms are covered in rashes and boils, and he walks with a limp. He is clearly maladied, and he looks at you with a desperation in his face, and he says, "Please, heal me, Morning Lord." He grabs your arm, shakes it, and the crowd behind him kind of stands up, looking for what you say to this man. What do you do?
Do I feel like... I'm so sorry to go into semantics of this, but do I feel like I am in a dream, or do I feel like I should react as if I'm actually there? Like, I know you said I don't remember, but do I also know it's a dream?
Make an insights check.
Because it'll change my answer. 19.
This is a familiar space that you have kind of been in before, but this is a new scenario. You think it's probably a dream, but it's more than that. There could be consequences.
I try to unfurl my wings.
You look back. Nothing happens. The man grabs your arm again. Please! I'm dying! Save me! Now the people in the crowd stand up more, kind of gather in front of you, and they're frantic, pleading with you to help them.
I grab the side of his face and I say, I will heal you, and I dump all of the lay on hands that I have in this moment into him.
Can you make a religion check?
So this is like the knowledge of religion? That's what I need for this?
Yeah.
That's a 2.
It's subconscious. You don't understand why you're doing it, but you push this man to the floor in anger. And the people in this crowd kind of take a step back in shock. And as you stare at this man down at the floor, he looks up at you with disgust and anger, and then suddenly you can see in this man's face the face of Father Donovich, the priest of the village of Barovia.
No.
And Father Donovich, looks to you with anger because this man has spent his life in the service of the Morning Lord. Devout man. But not only that, in front of a depiction of you. And no matter what was wrong with his son, you look at him and know that he will never forgive you for what you did. And you hear a voice in your head. Oh, Gabe, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, let me help you. I want to help you.
Does the voice sound familiar?
It is the same voice that came to your head briefly when you cast the Find Steve spell.
It's a feminine voice?
Yes.
I'm crying. Tears are streaming down my face. Help me.
I will do anything that I can. You're these people's savior, Gabriel. I know that things have not been right for you, but I promise you that I am here for you, no matter what.
What do I do?
There's a moment of silence, and then you're back in the congregation in front of this man that you've pushed, and you help him up. And you look back and see that your wings are unfurled, not dark and black and twisted like you've seen them before, but brilliantly white, angelic, full. Your hands touch this man's face, and the boils and the rashes clear from his skin instantly. And the voice says, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but the Morning Lord is dead. Oh, Gabe, I'm so sorry.
Who are you?
I don't know.
How was he killed?
Gabe, you don't want to know. I promise. It's better that you don't.
Are you in his place?
Yes.
and I feel like warmth. Like I feel like I'm healing this guy. I see the wings.
Yeah, make an insight check.
That's a 9.
Yes, I mean, you feel warmth. It feels just like it did before you fell. The reassurance of a higher power guiding your hand steadily.
Then I say, if that's how it feels, then I say, then I pledge myself to you.
Petra,
Yeah.
you are dreaming. You know this. Unlike Gabe, this is a dream, a memory of one of your most proud moments. When you were just getting into monster hunting, you had visited a house of an older older couple. The man was possessed by a rather difficult poltergeist. And you stand over him with your holy water and your holy symbol. And you perform an exorcist. The man lurches forward, seemingly no longer possessed. And the wife looks to you, Petra, and gives you a hug. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, my beautiful Mark. This moment is a proud one for you because it is the moments that you knew that not just that you were good at this, but you were great at this. And you look down, you look at the vial of holy water that you just sprinkled on this man. Oh, wait. That's the wrong vial. You look down at the man. His eyes go black, and he lunges at the woman, killing her instantly as he strangles her. Theodore, can you make a perception check for me?
Okay. Dirty 20.
You're tossing and turning in your sleep after your conversation with Gabe and the ramifications of what Esmeralda told you about your past. You look around the room, everyone here is sleeping, except for Piddlewick, who is standing motionless above Sal's head.
Sure.
But someone has lit a small candle next to the ground where Petra sleeps. And this candle flickers in the dark and casts shadows on the walls. And you see Petra's shadow stand tall. Long fingernails distending against the wall. Petra, can you roll D10 for me?
Yes.
What is happening?
It's a 7.
And can you also make a insight check?
Yeah. 17.
Theodore, you see Petra, eyes open. Petra, you are frozen, laying here.
Petra,
Your
hey,
maximum
you
hit
okay?
points have been decreased by 7. And you see Petra's shadow skitter along the wall.
Oh.
Petra,
I run and blow out that candle?
you blow out the candle. Petra, you see Theodore do this, but you cannot move. You cannot breathe. You are paralyzed in fear, and you know exactly what is happening. This is a night hag's haunting.
Mm-hmm. I knew she was coming for me.
Theodore, you look at Petra and realize that Petra cannot move, is frozen.
Everybody, I'll shout. Petra's in. I'll just shout, like, help Petra. Petra's in trouble.
You all wake up?
Am I on that floor?
Yep, you're right next to this.
Holy shit.
Has a long rest
It's
happened?
gonna
No.
Fuck.
take
I-
Gabe like 10 minutes.
Matt, would I know what she's dealing with based on what I had seen?
Make an insight check.
While he's rolling, there's chains that have the elevator leading up to the rooms, right?
Yes.
I'm going to just start. I'm going to grab the nearest chain and just start climbing up my way to the top.
So if the elevator is up on the top floor, you wouldn't be able to get up there because the elevator fits perfectly in the floor. So you can't get up there unless the elevator descends to get you. But you look out the gaping hole in the wall and see the scaffolding and think that you might be able to climb the outside up to that floor.
I mean, yeah.
Although,
You've had good luck climbing before, so I think.
Yeah, that's obviously what I do.
Right.
It was an 18 insight for me.
yes, you know exactly what this is.
I'll yell out that it's a night hag.
Then I go even quicker.
Can you make an athletics
Immediately-
check?
Do I see any pies on the night head? No pies in there?
Oh, that is a 19 on the die plus, I think 6 for a total of 25.
Nice.
You get up to the top floor. By the way, no pies, Sal.
I hate you.
I'm going back to
the
bed.
prize.
You get up to the top floor and see the window to this room, and you hear Theodore on the other side. It is boarded up, but you think that with your strength, you could bust through this boarded up window and get in there pretty easily.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
You smash the window. 25 is the DC to get through this, but your strength and athletic as a paladin is enough, and you now find yourself back in the room. You see Teddy like panicked, Petra paralyzed on the ground.
She's
eyes
not
open.
waking up. She's not waking up.
Do I see the shadow?
The shadow, the candle or the lights that was flickering is off. There is no shadows in this room anymore.
Okay, then what I'm gonna try to do.
I cast light.
Okay, the light illuminates the room.
Wait.
Mhm.
Can we cast spells in this
Oh,
tower?
Oh, the light does
Never mind.
not illuminate the room.
shit.
I don't really know what's happening, so I have 5 lay on hands left from earlier today. And if you dump 5 in, they cure a disease or neutralize a poison. I'm not thinking about the magic tower, so I don't know if that affects it, but I'm gonna try to dump 5 lay on hands into Petra.
Taking a candle out.
Petra, as you see Gabe come over to you and lay his hands on you, the room is dark, but then kind of blurs and twists like you're crossing your eyes to see a magic eye poster. And revealing yourself to you now, you see Morgantha the Night Hag. And she is on the ceiling. Her arms and her legs are elongated like
Hereditary.
spiders. Her arms are stretched the entire length of this room,
No!
holding herself up so that she can
God.
hover right above you. Out of her mouth is a long tube proboscis, and it is
Ew.
deep inside of your esophagus.
No!
And you see black, thick, like tar protruding down this tube. And you
Oh.
feel it inside of you. And her eyes go wide. None of the rest of you can see this.
Yeah, I see.
And she looks to you and she goes, you will pay. And she looks around. She skitters away, and you see her disappear through the wall. And then, with the lay on hands, you wake up, Petra, now able to move.
You're alright. You're alright.
She was here.
Who?
Who?
Morgantha. She promised she'd haunt my nightmares.
I just pump a quick divine sense. Celestial fiend undead. Within 60 feet.
You, Gabe, feel a tremendous undead all around you.
Oh,
And
no.
you feel the hairs on the back of your neck rise. And a cold hand you feel around your neck, squeezing it.
What?
Esmeralda, what are you doing?
I'm also trying to get up the tower, so
Okay.
if I can try to get the hell up
Okay.
there, I'm on my way.
You're I'll say you're traversing up to
10
the top
minutes
of the
later.
tower.
I'd have to climb because the thing's
Yeah.
still not down.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Can it be acrobatics instead?
Yes, I'll give you acrobatics.
Yes! 19.
Yeah, I broke the thing.
You definitely swing your way up to the top. The elevator lowers enough for you to pop your way up to the top. Can you make an insight check, Esmeralda, with advantage?
Good, because that was a 1.
This is something the DM wants you to know.
Wants me to know.
This is something that Esmeralda is good at knowing.
13. It's not great, but it could be worse.
You instinctively draw your weapon because you are not alone. This place is haunted by specters that attack. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No! Oh, man.
And I can't do magic? What the fuck am I gonna do?
Run and hide.
Use Piddlewick as a weapon.
Please, please.
Piddlewick has some darts that he shoots out of his mouth.
Holy shnikes. Wait, so does that mean Kelsey's going to be here next session?
I think so.
Yeah! Awesome.
Thank you to Kelsey.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Amazing.
Yes! Thanks for
Great
having
job.
me.
Matt,
Making
well
Esmeralda
done.
laugh.
That was
Amazing
really well
job,
done,
Matt.
Matt. That
That
was
was
a lot of fun.
so
It was
good,
awesome.
dude. Oh
That
my
was
god.
fun. Very exciting.
Who did I just
So
pledge myself to? I don't. There was a 9 inside. I don't think it was someone good.
It was fine. I think you're fine.
It's Sarah and Ray.
there was some fun reveals there. That was exciting. It was fun to have Esmeralda kind of drop that stuff. That was cool. I like
was
that.
really cool.
Great job,
when
Kelsey.
Kelsey said you are all Vistani, I legitimately thought she
No.
meant
I thought she meant
all
that
of
too.
you are Vistani.
I did too. I
No,
literally
I
wrote in my
meant
book,
he
I was like, everyone's a
specifically
Yes.
Vistani.
No, I
It's
totally
full of-
understood. I totally
You're all
understood.
infected. It's like
I was like, what?
Walking Dead.
No, Walking
It's
Dead.
it's the Arrested Development thing of like, he's going to be all right because he lost his left hand. He's all right. Anyway.
Thank you, Matt.
Cool. That's it. We've already done an announcement, so
Yeah.
we're out of here.
Bye.
And like always, bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.